They say that some girls carry their souls inside their handbags. I used to know a girl like that. Underneath her pink paisley makeup bag that she used to mask herself, and her Aztec print wallet with the picture of her and her best friend inside, there was a tiny bottle of pills. An unassuming white bottle, a standard navy blue label. Just in case, she always said. And for a while that was true. The occasional headache, a sprain now and then. No big deal, right? And then winter came. And just like the blanket of snow that covered the streets, a blanket of feelings began to cover her. And when she saw little kids tiptoeing through the snow, their little pink noses flaring out when they laughed, she spent so long helping them make snow angels, she was surprised she didn't become a real one, floating high above, watching the puffy jackets and sturdy boots and barren trees of her little suburb. That's how she felt most of the time, out of her body, like her life was a scene she saw unfolding before her eyes. Too bad no one told her how to call the shots. Her headaches grew more frequent. Winter seemed to last forever that year. The layers of snow turned into piles of charcoal-colored slush. She liked to walk in it, kicking up the wet glop with the toe of her designer boots. Once she saw a flower sprouting up against all odds from the crack in the mildly disgusting sidewalk. She stepped on it, crushing the purple petals under her 4-inch heels. The brightest thing in her life that winter was her lipstick. Spring tried to come, but the icy cold grip of winter kept it in its clutches. The birth of spring meant the death of dying. She started to feel like her life was a badly written coming-of-age novel, and she decided there were too many pages. But the lack of spring, trees were scarce, and paper was not to be wasted. She always wanted to be a writer when she grew up, so she came up with the perfect ending. The bottle of pills was sitting next to her neon green contact lens case. The label had been mostly torn off, a nervous habit on her part. She put one in her mouth. The powder and the pill felt bitter against her tongue. She swallowed, and then another, and then the next one. She paused after the 4th one. It wasn't too late to rewrite her ending. She looked out the window. She looked for a sign. All she saw was the deadly glare of winter biting into her skin. She finished off the bottle, and the spare one in the cupboard too. She was alone in the end. 3,000 square feet of property, and no one heard her groan. A few hours later, there was only stillness in the house. Stillness, and then, for a second, the quiet thud of an empty bottle falling out of a limp hand. Outside, the sun came out, for the first time in months.